Hey guys, welcome to Pathophysiology. I am Nima and I will be your peer tutor this semester. I just wanted to make this video to explain what is the best way to utilize this peer tutor document so that you can make the most out of it. First off, the number one thing that I put highlighted on almost every single page here is that you need to use your TW email to access all the documents and the recordings. If you try to use any other email, you will not be able to get in or open up any of these links. So if you have any trouble, please first check that you are logged into your TW account. Sometimes you might be on your phone, and if you do have your TW email on there, but it's not the main account email, it still sometimes doesn't work. So you could try swapping to PC then. If you're still having issues, or there's some problems with the links, or you have any questions, here on this first page, you'll see my contact information. Best ways are group me or email. If you're emailing, please put peer tutor patho in the subject line so I know that it's not spam. And if you want tutoring, just know that it's first come first serve. I can only have so many sessions in 1 week. So try to keep that in mind. I will always try to reply really quickly, but if I take more than 48 hours, you can send another message because sometimes messages do get buried. Now, on to the document. I have some tips and things that can help you study on the second page here. But the main thing that we will talk about is all of this material down here because we'll probably have a Q&A session somewhere in the first week where we can go through this and you guys can ask me how to proceed with this course. I have a lot of resources in this document, a lot of different types. We got notes, we have YouTube videos, Quizlets, other different types of slides. And the reason I did this is because everybody learns in different ways. Just know that even though that there's all these different options, I don't want you to get overwhelmed. Just remember, just pick what works best for you. And the four most important thing, the gold standard of everything that you're going to that you need to study is Dr. Crooksby's slides and her quizzes. Those are going to be the main base for everything because some of the material that comes on the exam are literally word for word. So if you ever have any doubts or questions about what the content is about, go to her slides first. So how should you use the rest of this stuff now? The rest of all of this stuff is for reinforcement of what you learn. What I would recommend, especially if you're somebody that does study ahead or if you have some extra free time, before you start the course or go to the next class, you should try checking out the PowerPoint, go through it, and see if you can understand it. The thing is, the PowerPoints can be really informationally dense sometimes, and they all kind of look the same and it keeps going. So sometimes it can feel dry or monotonous or it can get confusing. So if you have issues with that, you can try one of these alternate methods or the book. I have notes here that I wrote. For me, the information is the same, but I did organize it differently than the PowerPoint because for me, it helps me learn the concepts better by being able to categorize them. So that's an option. There's also Mackenzie, who was the previous peer tutor. She has her own slides, which are a lot more aesthetically pleasing. So sometimes that can help you learn better and remember things better if it's colorful or just nicely organized. So that's also an option. Just remember to keep Miss Grigsby's slides as your baseline because there will be some stuff probably in Mackenzie's stuff and there might be stuff in my notes too that is kind of extra. It might not be on your exam, but they are good to learn regardless because they will come on the NCLEX even if they don't come on your exam. If you're having trouble with medical terminology, you could also use these Quizlets here. That's really helpful, and it's really important to be familiar with all the medical terminology that they use. Because, for example, in a test, they're not going to say there's low oxygen. They're going to say hypoxic or ischemic, and you should know what is the difference between those two terms because they can be confused. So sometimes little things like that can make a little difference in what you choose as your answer, at least on the NCLEX. In the blue section here, we have some YouTube links, and this isn't really necessary. It's kind of like extra if you're having trouble with any of the concepts in the material. All of these links are topics that a lot of people usually have difficulty understanding. So if you didn't get it already through any of these options or the book or the PowerPoints, try out this YouTube video. Lastly, I have these little sections in orange here. I'll be doing video reviews each week. I want to let you guys go through the material yourself first, but otherwise I will have a review each week to go through all the concepts again. And you can watch that. And then at the end, right before the exams, we'll have a review of all the study questions and any other questions that you guys might have. So all in all, just know that you do not have to, and I really wouldn't recommend you to use all of these resources because then that's just repetitive. But know that how you learn best is what's important. So just do what works for you. And you don't even have to use them if you're fine with the PowerPoints in class. But make sure you at least go through her quizzes and her slides just once at least. So to summarize how to study, my recommended method. 1, use one of these materials or the textbook to go through the material beforehand just once, and Quizlets if you have trouble with medical terminology. Then you can go to class and just sit there and listen to Dr. Grizzly go through the PowerPoint. It kind of absorb it passively, and now you also kind of know what's going on and kind of like reinforce it again, your knowledge. Next, you can do study questions or homework to review. That helps kind of like cement what you've learned, or you can do the review concepts video. Later on, when you go into NCLEX, I have like resources up here you could use to practice. But for now, you don't have to do that since we don't have a HESI on it. And then at the end, you just relax for the exams. We'll do a review session and we'll go through everything again. And that is about it. Yep, I wish you guys best of luck with the semester. Please remember to attend all the classes because pathophysiology is really important. It's kind of underrated, and a lot of people try not to go because they feel like it's like too much, but it gives you a lot of theoretical knowledge that will help you in all your other nursing classes. And if you attend, a lot of times that she gives extra credit for attendance too. So please go. If you have any issues with anything, remember my contact page is at the first page. And good luck. Happy studying. Bye.